let's talk about something a little unsettling. We're going to dive into a story that really makes you question everything you're working towards. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. That promotion you're killing yourself for, the bigger salary, getting respect from people you barely even know. What if it's all just a big distraction? What if it's quietly stealing the things that actually matter, and you won't even realize it until it's way too late? So this all comes from the story of a 45-year-old corporate lawyer. He was recently diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and with the time he has left, he decided to share everything he learned. His hope is to save the rest of us from falling into the exact same trap he did. And his message, well, it's raw, it's urgent, and it is incredibly important. He basically frames his entire life as a single transaction, a trade he was making every single day without fully understanding the devastating cost until the very end. For 2 straight decades, he worked 70-hour weeks, and that's not some kind of exaggeration. For 20 years, nearly every waking moment was dedicated to climbing the corporate ladder, all for this vision of what he thought success was supposed to look like. And here is the trade-off, laid out bare. On one side of the ledger, you have all the classic symbols of success: becoming a partner, that big salary, the senior promotion. But on the other side, well, that's where you find the stuff that makes up a life: school plays, anniversaries, just simple mornings with his daughter. He literally traded moments for milestones. This quote it captures the whole tragedy, doesn't it? Get this, just 2 weeks after his terminal diagnosis, he gets the email. He's been made senior partner, the one thing he sacrificed everything for. And his reaction wasn't joy, it was pure rage. Because in that moment, he finally saw the deal he'd made, and he realized it was a terrible one.
All right, so what can we pull from his story? What's the big takeaway?
Well, the first lesson is all about the nature of success itself. He calls it the achievement treadmill. And this is such a powerful idea. Because you know this feeling, right? You get the promotion, you're on top of the world for a day? And then your brain just resets, the goalpost moves. That success gives you a little hit of dopamine, and then it's gone. And the chase for the next thing begins all over again.
He spent decades climbing, so focused on the next rung, that he never stopped to ask this one simple, terrifying question. It's a question he's urging all of us to ask ourselves right now, not at the end.
And that leads us straight into the second lesson. This one is about one of the most dangerous words in the English language: someday. We all do this. We create this little fantasy future in our heads where we magically have more time, more energy, more freedom. For him and his wife, it was always, someday we'll go to Paris. But work never let up. Someday just kept getting pushed back. And now he'll never get to see Paris with her. So, if the big milestones are just a trap and someday is a fantasy, then what actually makes up a life? What's the real point of all this? He realized that a good life isn't some highlight reel of your greatest hits. No, it's the texture of your everyday existence. It's found in all those small, seemingly insignificant moments that we so often rush through on our way to something bigger. And these are the things that haunt him now. Not a case he lost at the firm, but the Tuesday night movies he skipped for another late night at the office. Not a bonus he missed out on, but the Saturday morning pancakes he was always too busy to make. He can't get these little moments back. This next lesson goes even deeper. Because why? Why? Why do we get on that achievement treadmill in the first place? What are we really chasing? When you really break it down, success is often just a proxy for something else. We chase the title because we want to feel worthy. We chase the money because we want to feel secure. We're actually chasing these deep, fundamental human feelings, but we're looking for them in all the wrong places. And here it is, the real gut punch. He spent 20 years of his life trying to earn a feeling of worth from his career, and he finally felt it when his daughter was just holding his hand in the hospital. The very feeling he was chasing so desperately was right there, in his own home, the entire time. The fifth and final lesson is maybe the simplest and honestly the most brutal one. It's all about our perception of time. He puts it bluntly, no sugarcoating. We all live under this comfortable illusion that we have an endless supply of tomorrows. But life doesn't send out warning memos before it's about to end. There is absolutely no guarantee. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. What do we do with this?
The point isn't to just abandon all your ambition and quit your job. It's about making a fundamental shift in your mindset, from waiting to live your life to actually living it right now, today. So here are the core principles. First, you have to protect the time you have with the people you love. Treat it like it's sacred. Put it on the calendar and defend it like you would your most important meeting at work. Second, stop putting off joy for that someday that might never show up. Find it in small ways today. Third, take action, even a small step. Take the trip, learn the skill, make the call. And finally, just be present. Wherever you are, be there completely, not lost in a to-do list for tomorrow. And this right here is the key takeaway. In the end, he didn't regret working hard. He didn't even regret failing. His regret was all about postponement, postponing joy, postponing connection, postponing the very act of living. Because life isn't something that starts in the future, after you get the next promotion. It's happening in this exact moment, right now. And so that leaves us with the ultimate question, the one his story forces all of us to confront. Take a hard look at your life, right now, today. Are you truly living it, or are you just waiting?